Entering to the EU as Latvia, and I believe that other countries too, got access to advanced technology, equipment. I can say even better than in Germany. In Germany they have older models. What we are still missing, maybe it is infrastructure of the hospitals. It is very difficult in some areas to get simple patients their treatment. I cannot say that I am a simple patient, as my company issued me private health insurance. I don't have any problem to get medical service, but it's not the same with most of the people in Latvia. Older people which are not living in big cities, I believe that they have very strong difficulties to get qualitative medical treatment in time. And from our side, I believe in development of medicinal technology, and every day we can read in the internet or newspapers that something new was developed, and I believe that my further life will go together with these developments, and we could use it for the treatment, me and other patients worldwide.
"19 years ago, during my pregnancy, I was diagnosed with hepatitis C. When people look at you, they see you very well, very healthy, very good looking, and that is completely opposite of how do you feel. I can't work continuously 8 hours. I must rest. A lot of friends don't visit you anymore when they became aware that you are a hepatitis patient. So I went through several therapies, interferon therapies, and unfortunately I relapsed each time, and I'm still positive. There are new drugs, much better drugs, which gave more hope for patients like me. Still, they are registered, but they are not available for the patients. When a patient is aware of a new drug and you know that it can cure you and you can't get it, it's very frustrating for a patient. Positive thinking, I have very positive thoughts of my disease, and even though I'm not cured with 6 treatments, I will go for another treatment. I hope, I'm sure I will get cured. I think pink.
All my life, I think I was, half of my life was in the hospitals. I make cryoprecipitate, plasma, and after revolution we infused the first time a factor. I realized what it's important to have that kind of vial with factor. It's amazing. It's important to have a factor on our refrigerator. Because when starting the bleedings, we can stop immediately. One month ago, in August, one hemophiliac, 18 years old, died because was not immediately received the treatment. We have factor, we have very good medicine, but someone need to buy for us. And that is the government, that is the Ministry of Health. We have meetings with the institution of the government, especially with the Ministry of Health, and we're talking about our problem. They say, okay, we know the problems, we know your problems, thank you so much that you talking about that. But after that, nothing happened. I fight, but we fight with the bureaucracy in Romania. We fight with our life. And I think in the world, it's very important to save lives.
It is 20 years now that I've been fighting with cancer, breast cancer. The first time in 91, I discovered that I'm sick, and then I was treated in Paris. And the second time they completely cut my breast off. Like a year ago, they found out that my tumor markers are a little bit elevated, and they diagnosed me with metastatic breast cancer. So now I have something in my lymphs. What I was prescribed was hormone therapy, which is with Faslodex. The fact is that this particular medicine is very expensive in Bulgaria. So if it's not for the healthcare system, I mean, it's almost impossible for anybody to get it and to be treated. The problem in Bulgaria is mainly in the administration of the healthcare system. I have a friend, he needed some medicines which were supposed to come out of the healthcare insurer, and they were, asking for more and more documents, and they had to go and here and there to the GP and this and that and specialists, and it took them such a long time that the person passed away before he even got his medicine. Things have to be sped up somehow. Try to look at us as individuals. We are not like in a factory on the conveyor, we are individuals, all of us have different needs. Do as much as you can to help us so that we can fit in our society and be useful to our society.
We have also new drugs here in Slovakia. This is not the problem. Insurance companies, they don't want to pay for these drugs. These drugs are expensive, so sometimes you have to wait a little bit longer. I don't think that out money you can put it into one equation. Everyone who is healthy doesn't think about some complication. When I was out, I don't know that 2 stars is a problem. But it's a problem. It's a big problem. I think that I'm optimistic because you cannot think what you can't do, but you can think what you can do.
Very many patients with chronic diseases in the EU member states live a life of ongoing challenges in living with and managing their condition. Their situation is reinforced by the severe inequalities which penetrate the healthcare systems in these countries in terms of access to medicines, treatment and quality of service. For this reason, their unique experiences and expertise are the most valuable source of information with respect to the needs and gaps within current systems. The many years of dedicated work by stakeholders to curb these inequalities demonstrates that there are significant commonalities between the new EU member states and candidate countries in terms of their urgent priorities and the uppermost problems they face. In recognition of the core problem of health inequalities, EU institutions and local governments work with enormous devotion and persistence to resolve those issues. However, the solutions demand a comprehensive, multi-level approach which combines the patient's perspective and the expertise of the institutions and the industry. This conference marks the start of this important process. We are hopeful that the collective efforts, goodwill and initiative of stakeholders will mark the beginning of a positive change on health inequalities, where patients are truly at the center of a beneficial healthcare reform.